Hello there. Tonight's shave is going to be with Modern Williams. We're going to be using my Semogue 1438 bore. And the razor will be my Gillette black Bakelite handled. I think it's a 1951 Tech. And for the blade, Dorco 300, ST300. These blades are considered by many to be bad. People don't like them. They're all right. They're like a one and done kind of deal. I don't buy them. I got them with my Microtouch one. And I got like a dozen of them. And I'm using them over and over till I get them done. Now, Williams. There's a lot of chatter on the forum. People hating Williams. Oh, I cannot get this stuff to lather. Well, to be honest with you, when I first started trying to lather with it, I got horrible lathers with it. They looked good to start with, and then they would start fading away. Just a horrible, horrible shave until I figured out the secret to Williams. And the secret to Williams is the secret to pretty much any shave soap, and it's hydration. It's water. Williams acts an awful lot like Mitchell's wool fat. Now, please don't shoot me. People, I'm sure there are people on the forums that are or watching this video right now that are about to choke to death because I compared Williams to Mitchell's wool fat. And what I mean by that is that Mitchell's wool fat is a soap that works better the longer that you use it. In other words, if I use Mitchell's one time and I put it away, when I go to use it again, it's probably going to be difficult to lather. But if I use Mitchell's every day and I put water on it every day, then Mitchell's becomes, drop dead easy to make a lather with. And so with Mitchell's, what I do is I determine ahead of time that I'm going to be using Mitchell's the night before I use it. And look at that. And then what I do is soak the puck overnight. And what it does is it helps hydrate that puck so that it's easy to lather because, I'm not using it every day. The same is this, the same goes for Williams. With Williams, you have got to hydrate the living snot out of Williams. If you don't, you're not going to get a good lather from it. You're just not. Alright. Another thing about Williams is that between passes on Williams, you really need to agitate the soap a bit. So that, because Williams has a tendency, if it sits, it will dissipate a bit. But that's easy to take care of if you pay attention. I've been using my what's it called? My Ever 500 PBT that I reknotted with a really nice 2-band F2 finest knot from Golden Nib for quite a bit, and really enjoying that brush. But I'm starting to miss my boars. I love the Semogue boards. I've not ever used Omegas. I think that if you read the chatter on the forums, that they're kind of different animals. A lot of the Semogues have been, you know, people say, well, they display more. Stuff like that. Don't know. I've not tried an Omega. But they have a really good reputation. If I'm not mistaken, one of the biggest pluses in their favor is that they are or have been widely used for a very long time by barbers. Don't know if that's true or not, but I think I've read that a couple of times. But so they've got to be a really nice brush. I don't care if it costs $10 or $100, you know. That's kind of like with the Semogues. For about $15 or under, and you can get a really nice handmade Badger brush. And I like the wood handles and stuff that Semogue offers. They're classy. And this brush especially, the handle on it is just really, really, I mean, I just love the look of it. And it works really well in my hand as well. It's got a wonderful shape to it. So, but if you notice, using this soap, each time I went for a pass, I agitated the soap a bit in the bowl. I've had that happen with different soaps, not just Williams. But, you know, it's simple stuff. Yeah, I know people go, well, I don't really want to do all of that. That's too much work for a shaving soap. Well, first of all, I mean, give me a break. That's nothing. And the puck costs like 98 cents. You know, really hard to complain to me anyway for something that costs so little. The scent, I know people have slammed the scent. It's not, to me, it's very light. Yeah, it's got a lemony kind of, I don't know, people would call it commercial or whatever. Just, to me, it's got like a, I don't know, industrial cleaner kind of lemon thing, but it's really light. So, I mean, it's not that big of a deal. And I like Williams because everybody knows it, you know. I get mine at a local drugstore that carries traditional wet shaving stuff. They don't carry much, but they carry some stuff like, they carry the Williams, they carry Pinaud, Clubman, and Old Spice and all that. They carry Wilkinson Sword, made in Germany, blades. They carry Blue Star single edge blades. They carry Chic injector blades. You know, and it's just a privately owned mom and pop kind of store, and they carry Williams because the guy that probably owns the thing probably shaves with Williams. He probably shaves with Williams. He probably has shaved Williams for a long time, and he just, you know, most places don't offer that anymore. So the guy's probably, matter of fact, the first time I went in there and bought every bit of Williams they had, you know, when I saw it, he thanked me for buying it. Thank you for, I mean, he was behind he wasn't behind the counter, he was behind in the pharmacy part, but he could see into where the cash register stuff was and where I was buying, and he saw me buy that and Wilkinson Sword and Chicks and Blue Stars, and he said thank you. So I bet you the stuff's not selling all that well for him, but he keeps it there anyway. You know, that's another reason I use Williams, because people like that, they're hard to find nowadays that'll keep shaving stuff, traditional shaving stuff in stock when it's not really selling all that well, because, I mean, you know, he probably, like I said, he probably uses it, and he probably figures there's some older fellas that use it, and it's almost like a service to him to keep that stuff in stock. And so, I mean, so I use Williams. As, you know, at least once or twice a month, I break the Williams out, because in honor of the fact that there's somebody in my hometown that actually cares whether or not somebody can have some tradition. Now, granted, maybe he doesn't shave with them. Maybe he's just doing it for customers that he knows do, and he doesn't understand, you know, that there's different soaps out there and all of that stuff doesn't matter to me. Just the fact, I'm drying off my brush, that he carries it is enough for me to buy it, because that's going away. Local places that sell shaving gear that doesn't come in a spray can and a plastic throwaway razor, they're going away. So, you know, so I'm going to spend a bit of money at his place, and if I'm going to buy it, I'm going to use it. And it's not that hard to use. I got a good shave, wonderful shave. The thing about Williams, I don't know, the vintage Williams, they say, is a whole lot better soap. I don't know, but the Williams does dry a little bit my face. And there are not very many shave soaps that do that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a little bit of Balm on. I don't normally do that. And you don't need much. I mean, but the Afta's got just a bit of scent on it. It's not, smells like, it's kind of barbershop-y. It's nothing fancy, but it works well. And then I'm going to top it off with my buddy Pinaud. And that's a wonderful shave. So, like I say, the door coil will get trashed. I won't be shaving with it but once. When I run through them all, I'll be tossing. I won't be getting any more, but while I got it, I can get a good shave out of it. And that's another thing that, you could learn as you continue in wet shaving. If you get your technique down, man, there's not a blade out there that's decent quality. Whether or not people prefer it or not is another question. But there's not a blade out there that's decent quality that I can't get a good shave out of. Sorry. I don't have blades that tear up my face. I don't have blades that give me tons and tons of irritation. They don't exist. Because I use proper technique and I pay attention to my face. And if something's irritating me, I stop using it. Or I don't make a third pass. Or whatever. There's a lot of things you can learn. I was watching Paul H. A video the other day, and he was talking about all the different razors he uses. The Wilkinson sword razor brush and that Boots razor that he uses, and he said, people, they use like, for instance, the Williams soap. They use a really inexpensive soap or brush or razor blade or razor, and they expect that thing to work like one that costs 10 times as much. If you manage your expectations and understand what you're using, I can get a good shave with almost anything as long as it's a good enough quality that it will shave. So that's just something to think about. I'm not knocking more expensive stuff. I use some more expensive stuff. But there's something about taking something simple like a puck of Williams and an old beat up user grade tech and a boar brush and like this Afta, and a middle of the road kind of blade, and you're shaving with it and getting a good shave. There's something to be said for that, because we're not always going to have the best of things, and we're going to be in situations, especially if we travel and things like that, where we're not always going to have the ideal setup. Technique wins the day. So that's enough of that rant. I don't know where that came from or why it flew out just now, but this shave kind of brought it into focus, I think. The products that I'm using, and it wasn't meant to be that way. That's just what came out. So hopefully it's something that will help, and I really appreciate you watching and commenting on my videos and sharing my shaves with you. And God bless you, and I'll see you in all the shaving related places that we all gravitate toward. Thanks. Later.